Good morning, this is Zachary Polk from Prospect Studios, Somewhere Unlimited. I'm going to do a little educational thing here. I want to share with people how to cope with stress and anxiety without doing stupid things like buying $80 blankets that give you a hug while you're laying there. That's all fine and dandy. If that's what you want, put a few more blankets on. Add weight that way. Remember the quilt? People kept it at the foot of their bed in the old days for when it got cold. Which it's cold now. The ice is beating on the glass. I can hear it. But one of the best things to do in life is to have hobbies, personal interests. You want to control your stress and your anxiety, and I speak personally from this because I have a stress and anxiety disorder. You have to exercise coping mechanisms. It's very important. Any psychologist or psychiatrist or counselor, advocate, community mental health advocate in your community will tell you there's a few things that you can do. One of those things is music. You don't have to even know how to play any music. You just have to have an instrument. You have an instrument, like I got this one here, and you just put it in tune first. Usually that helps. That's pretty darn close. I do it by ear. And you just pick a chord. I'll pick this one here. Feel your way through it. We'll go to enough. Back to C. I lost it. And then just a little finger picking. You just play. And it retunes you. Number one, turn off the news. Okay? Turn off the news. Focus on your own life. Don't be distracted by the bells and the whistles and the blinking lights. Meghan Markle's socks. It's just a tool to keep you separated from your own individual mind and your own thoughts. Keeping a journal. Keeping a journal is very important. Write down the details of your day, the time you got up, what you had for breakfast, what the weather was like. Because when you go show up at a job and it's 17 below zero and somebody's pouring cement, and 6 months down the road, after the house has been completed and the place is falling apart because the foundation's crumbling because it didn't cure properly, you can look back on your notes and show proof that you weren't responsible. That journal holds up in court. If you're dealing with parenting issues, if you're dealing with an ex-spouse who won't allow you to see your kids, write that down. It holds up in court. Every time you call and she hangs up or he hangs up, every time, they try to extort you, all these things is all details that hold up in court. You don't necessarily need to hire an attorney. You need to keep a journal. Your journal is your attorney. The other issues cause us a lot of stress and anxiety is our time. Our time is being robbed from us. And we need to figure out where it's being leaked. And we need to plug those holes up. Just enough is plenty in life. Stop buying things. Every time you go to buy something, consider if you really need it. Yes, you want it, but consider if you really need it. Taking care of your vehicle and your house is more important than new Tupperware. You can reuse your Cool Whip container. You can reuse a lot of the things that you're buying. You're already paying for the packaging. Quit throwing it away. You're adding to the landfills. Recycle. Do little positive things that help the earth that will make you feel better as an individual. For instance, I go through socks. I'll wear a pair of socks. I've got a pair of socks here I'm looking at. They're heavy-duty wool socks. But the wool especially, you always end up with a hole in the heel. Well, you don't throw the sock away, and you don't necessarily devote time to sewing it up. Just roll that sock over and wear the heel on the top of your ankle. Make a new heel in that sock. It's just a sock. Okay? It's just a sock. Which brings me to an important thing, if you're dressing your children for the winter to go outside and play, their feet being warm is a very big issue. There's nothing worse than sending